that didn't work. Good morning, guys. It's Saturday, May 30th, and unfortunately, but very, very blessed that I have class today. I have CPR class today. It's a one-day class. Oh my lord. So I can get my CPR card, and I'll be ready for clinicals by June 30th, I think. But yeah, so I woke up at around 5 again, but today I didn't go on the trip though. I'm gonna decide not to do that on weekends, especially because I don't have classes all the time on the weekends, and I want to sleep in. I don't really like sleeping in, and I don't usually sleep in, but I need to start, because once I go into nursing school, I won't have enough sleep at all, so I might as well enjoy it now. But I was just thinking about something last night. I was thinking about like how I was like back in high school, and how, I mean, I was already the same way. Like I'm still the same in some ways. I'm still the same, but like I was thinking about all the groups that there were in high school. Like there's the popular group, the popular but dumb group, and like all they cared for is like being cool and doing cool things, hanging out and stuff. But I mean, I could honestly say I didn't have too much friends in high school. I had like, maybe you can count it with one hand, even less. But I was in student council in my junior and senior year, so I started that, and then that's where I met like where I have my lifelong friends now. Like I'm pretty sure they're gonna be my lifelong friends. One girl is my best friend, Jessica. She's just like me. Like we don't like the same people. Like we used to not like the same, we still don't like the same people, and stuff like that. So like looking back now, it's like those people who cared about what other people thought, like they were living for other people, and us, we were just like, I don't know, our heads were like in different places. And thank God, because you know, I'm in a good place. I like where I am. I like how my life turned out. Like I wanted to go to college right after school, I mean high school, but you know, plans don't always work out the way you want it to. So I mean, I've learned to accept that, and you know, I didn't have financial wise, I didn't have the money to go to college, and I got accepted to many schools, especially like out of Hawaii, and I wanted to get out of Hawaii. That was my main goal, like ever since. I was like, I want to get out of Hawaii. I want to go somewhere where people are, you know, like where I don't know people. It basically like to start over, not because I want to run away from Hawaii. Like I love Hawaii. I mean, I don't want to live there anymore, but I love it. You know, people are nicer than people here in the mainland, and it's, you know, it's a different environment, and I've come to realize that. And over the years, you know, I learned to accept that. And especially coming into the military, it was really different for me, because you know, in Hawaii all you see is like Asians, Polynesians, white people here and there, but they're more Hawaiianized, maybe like localized. A lot of them talk like they're from Hawaii just because they've lived there, like they've lived there for so long. I'm so happy that, you know, I made the friends that I made. I'm happy that I joined the military, even if I didn't want to stay in. You know, it was a good experience, a really good experience. I think everybody, like, in their, like, you know, if it's for you, I mean, you'll never know if it's for you or not until you actually join the military. And, you know, like, at a lot of points, actually, while I was in the military, I thought, yeah, I'm gonna stay in, I'm gonna do 20, I'm gonna retire, you know, be taken care of for the rest of my life, basically. But you know, as you will change duty stations, so your first duty station, you can't always base the army on your first duty station, even if it's bad. If it's good, or if it's bad. Don't ever base it on your first duty station, because you know people are different. Like my first duty station, I got stationed in Hawaii, so you know it wasn't that bad, and it's considered overseas. Therefore, there was this rumor or stereotype that overseas duty stations are always way easier or more lenient towards their soldiers than, you know, the mainland. Like if you're in the main continental US, not as far as like they just let you get in trouble. I mean, you still adhere to standards, but you just don't, you know, there's more leeway, you know, I don't know, but you can agree or disagree with me. I don't know, I don't care, but that's how I feel. But yeah, and then I got stationed here in Fort Carson, and you know it's different. It's really different. Like I felt like in overseas they were like, there's more camaraderie. It's not like, I saw a lot of people here in the mainland, or Fort Carson to be exact. Like it's like, just look out for yourself. Like it's either it's you or yourself. It's like a dog eat dog world. It's like if somebody's gonna get in trouble, you know, you might as well just have somebody else in trouble with you. It's like misery loves company, and you know that's not how I am. And as a person, and you know, as a soldier, when I was a soldier, it's like you take care of soldiers. That's what they taught us during basic training. And you know, like your NCOs take care of your soldiers. But you know it's different, and sometimes it gets personal. Like a lot of NCOs, a lot of leaders, they get personal, and you know when you do something that they don't like, they're just gonna they use that against you for the rest of your career, basically, if you decide to stay in. But you know there's and I'm not somebody who has like the thickest skin when I joined the military, so I would take everything personal. But now it's like, it's whatever, you know, people will have their opinions. But the main reason why I did not want to stay in the military is because I deployed once to Afghanistan, and it was a great experience. You know, you learn how to work with people, in the military in general. You learn how to work with different types of personalities, different walks of life. You learn to understand where people come from, and you know, things like that. And you know, I met my husband through the military, so you know, I don't have any regrets. But I deployed once, and I was deployed for 12 months. We were one of the last groups who were in Afghanistan for a whole 12 months. And you know, it was long, yes, but you know, I made it count. I worked out a lot, you know, because there's really nothing to do. I didn't really go out as far as like salsa night, hip hop night. They had those things up there, but I didn't mess with that. I would usually just wake up. We would wake up for PT at 4:30 in the morning. Start running. We would run like 2 miles every day, till even Saturdays. Yes, Sundays we had off. Like we could do PT on our own, but we didn't have to do it. But yeah, we would run for 2 miles and go to the gym, work out for an hour. You know, you're on your own PT, but you had to be there. So yeah, I lost a lot of weight. I basically learned how to be humble and just keep my mouth shut when I need to. But you know that it only applies to certain situations, especially in the military. Like it helped me, like, be more. What is that word? Like, not humble. It's like, if it's not gonna make a big of a difference anyways if you say anything, especially with my rank, like the lower rankings. You don't, like, I'm sorry to say, but your opinions don't really count as much unless you make it up there. At least you're like an E5 or above, you know, or you're a corporal. Then yes, maybe your opinions count. But I was an E4, so my opinions really didn't count. But you know, I didn't really take it personal, like I said. But you know, I ran 5Ks a lot. I organized a 5K, and I was able to get donations Like I designed shirts, and when I sold them, and the proceeds I got from the shirts, I donated them to a charity, because it was a military women's appreciation 5K, and I basically donated over $2,000 to military women's organization. So yeah, so I mean, it felt good, you know, doing things for other people, you know, not keeping it for myself. But yeah, I liked it, and I got to go after 6-7 months for R&R. Went back to Hawaii, and then went back again after 2 weeks, and I came back December of 2012, and it was different. You know, it was really different. I felt different. Like, you know, I was like, I think after deployment is where I got all my confidence. Like, it's not because, I don't know, it's just like, it's something that came out of me. Like, I think it was always there, because I feel like I was always a confident person. I was never like, oh my god, I'm so ugly, oh my god, I'm so fat. No, I was never like that. Like, I carried myself in a way that I showed people that I was confident. And I think that's one of the key things for people who doesn't have self-confidence or who lacks self-esteem. It's like, you don't have to be the skinniest person. You don't have to look like celebrities. You don't have to act like bougie and cool. Like, people are cool in their own ways. Like, there's like, I wouldn't want to call them nerds, but they're the smart people, because I was not that smart in high school or in school. But there were people in high school, like the smart people, that I would hang out with, that I would talk to. I wouldn't be like, oh, you know, I'm better than you. No, like, it's not even that. It's like, first of all, you need to be friendly and humble. Like, it doesn't matter how many friends you have. It really doesn't freaking matter. That's why, like, towards the end of high school, I didn't really care. Like, I didn't care who I hung out with. I didn't care if I went out during the weekends, if I was drinking beers at night, like, even if it was illegal, like, I didn't care. Like, that wasn't me. That wasn't who I was, you know. And even now, it's like, my husband and I would hang out. We would go out. We go out to clubs and stuff, but we don't have a big circle of friends. And to us, it's fine, because, you know, truthfully, it brings more problems than it even brings, you know, joy. Because, you know, if you have a lot of friends, it seems like you have, you know, it's hard to trust people. It's hard. I'm sorry, it is hard. That's why I say I have 3 or 4 friends that I can count with my one hand, that I can trust and that I can maybe confide in. And, you know, that's fine. You don't have to have like 10 million people. Or if you want more friends, get a freaking counselor. Get a freaking counselor. I go counseling. I talk to her, and, you know, it's just like, granted, it's $75 for 1 hour, but that's cheap compared to all other counselors. And, you know, there's no shame in that. If you need to talk to somebody, if you're having relationship problems and you want somebody neutral who's not going to pick sides, go to a counselor. It's really a good way to help. And and you both, like, if you're in a relationship and you go to counseling, you know, you can see things in a different aspect, maybe. Yeah, you know. And as I was saying, I didn't have too much friends, and, you know, to me, that's fine. I was basically a loner, if you think about it. But, you know, I had like, because my friends and I were more into our studies than anything else. It's like, we studied more than we hung out with each other, and we would just see each other in school. But it wasn't awkward if we didn't see each other for like a week. I just finished my CPR class. It was pretty successful. I mean, you know, I took it like 10 million times before, so it shouldn't be hard, right? But it was fun, you know. It was long, but it didn't seem that long because we were actually doing stuff. So I'm on my way to my clients right now. Yeah, I'm just doing makeup, no hair. I don't do hair. I want to, but I don't.